Welcome to this session of Job One Career Coaching. Job One is a community ministry of Bayside Church in Roseville.
Hello, my name is Gavin Ambrosini, and I am a career coach and facilitator for Job One.
And my name is Pastor David Williams. I also am a career coach at Job One.
Job One is a weekly community program that we offer to people in career transition. People who are in between jobs or are looking for a new career or looking to find employment in a new place.
We started in 2010, and since that time we've been able to help over almost 1,600 people get jobs, including 125 people. We have a person who does a workshop almost every Monday on helping people get jobs at the state. We meet every Monday morning, except for holidays, at the location we talked about, 8303 Sarah College Boulevard, just north of Douglas Boulevard on the right-hand side. We invite you to come. Registration is at 8:30, and you grab a cup of coffee at that time, and we promptly kick off at 9 o'clock.
And to let you know, the purpose of Job One is to give those looking for work encouragement, hope, and the necessary job-seeking skills to gain meaningful employment. We are a strong, committed core group of volunteers that are here to help you as you transition through your career journey.
My career is mostly in web design and web development, and I'm looking for opportunities, whether I'm working full-time as an employee or maybe doing freelance entrepreneurial work or a partnership or something like that. And I figured that this would be the place to go.
This is an excellent training ground for understanding how the process works and getting ready to apply, actually going through the process, preparing a good resume, cover letter. There are excellent facilitators and instructors here. Yeah.
Well, my most recent experience and the bulk of my career experience is in property management, commercial property management. And in 2015, I decided I wanted to take a break from that. And I did. And through Job One, I was able to try to parlay what I already knew into a few other things.
One of the things that I enjoy about being a career coach is helping people with all types of backgrounds and helping them understand that they actually have a choice in this process. We help people from all different types of backgrounds come in. For example, people that may have been working at a company for 20 years and that are laid off, or people that have to re-enter the workforce after having been home taking care of their children. We have people that have been fired, laid off, or may have quit their jobs, or were students, people that haven't had to have a job. And the thing that we like to do is teach people how to have the basics, learn how to create a resume and how to interview and how to network.
We help people in all aspects of the job search process. Most of us have written a resume. Is there anyone out there who really likes writing a resume? It's one of the toughest jobs in the world. Gavin can help you with that. We have several other volunteers. We do actually workshop on it, but you can access what we call one-on-one. Somebody will sit down with you personally and help you with your resume. We help you identify the key skills. People hire you because of your skills. Mm-hmm. And so we want to help you identify your top 5 or 6 skills that will help you get hired more quickly. Many of us don't know what those skills are, so we need somebody to help us figure those out. I was one of those, and so if they can help me, I know they can help you. We also help you with interview practice and preparing for the interview, and we help you shorten the time, hopefully, between now and when you hear the words, "You're hired."
And that's why we call it Job One. Because Job One is your job. It's to help you find a job quickly.
And we want to help you become one of the top 10 candidates out of every job you go through. And we do that by helping you prepare your skills and prepare your opening statement. The question that's always asked at the beginning of an interview is, tell me about yourself. And so we help you put that together so when you walk in, you have that nailed.
And that actually brings me to the point that we have a skills discovery workshop that David has brought to the program. Why don't you tell us about that, David?
One of the other founders and I, Dan Lott, had the privilege of meeting with Dick Bowles. He has been the primary big gun in helping people get jobs in the last 40 years. He's written this book. He writes it brand new every year, excuse me. Every day would be a big
Yeah, it's a lot of writing.
And so we had the privilege of sitting down with him personally and talking to him about what are the most effective ways of finding a job. And that's where the skill assessment came from. As he talked about what really people do is hire you for your skills. And so we decided to do his process. And again, he's the guru for the last 40 years. And we've discovered that has worked. And that workshop is one that's always one of the most highly rated workshops that we do.
Absolutely. And that's because you get to a point where you can create your power statements. And power statements are the things that tell people what it is that you can do and what you can do well. And we tie that into your stories. And your stories are what's going to make you stand apart from everybody else.
Yeah, we help you discover and effectively communicate that which you've accomplished in the last 3 to 5 years of your career, maybe longer if we need to go back farther, and that's fine. We just want to help you be able to communicate your skills in a way that the hiring person understands them and knows them and wants to hire you. And again, you hear the words, you're hired.
We love to hear those words. And the thing about power statements and your stories that is so critical about this development part of your job search journey is that your stories are what people connect to. And nobody can compete with that. Your stories tell us what it is that you're strong at, what it is that you value, what your vision is, what your purpose is, and they help us understand what it is that you can bring to the table. It's a great process.
One of the things that most interviews are about these days is behavioral interviews. The best predictor of your future is your past, and so they ask you situations, what have you done? And that's where the success stories or power stories come in, and you can have those 3 to 5 in the back of your mind and just tick them off when they ask that question. And we can help you connect with the interviewer, because connecting with the interviewer is as important as communicating your information.
Absolutely. Another important piece of this process is being clear about who you are in all of this. We spend so much time trying to mold ourselves to be what the employer wants that we forget who we are in the process. And these stories connect you to who you are and what you feel good about, what your success is. And other people listen and are able to validate that for you.
The program is not what I expected, because I had gone to some career workshops before, and usually they just had you fill out a bunch of paperwork and then give you a lecture about, you need a better resume, and you need the smile and not chew gum. But the nice thing about this was that it got to the why behind and it talked about, what are your passions, what are you good at, what are you skilled at. It really helps pull that out of you.
One of the things that we do is we help people identify their why. Why do you want this to work for this particular company? Why do you want to work in this particular industry? It is one of the hardest things people have to struggle with in focusing their job search, but we help people do that, don't we?
One of the first things that we try and determine is are you looking for a job, a career, or a calling? And what we mean by that is that you might be just looking for a paycheck, a job to just pay the bills, because maybe you're facing losing your house or losing your car, or you have bills to pay to support your family. And that's hard to do when you are coming from a high-level job where you were making a lot of money and convincing an employer that you don't need a lot of money at this time, that you are willing and available to take the job and stick around. But we help you with that. We help you repackage what it is that you want to be able to say to an employer for those types of jobs, and we can support you there. We also want to help those that are looking for a career, and perhaps maybe they're missing some skills, or they have things that they need to learn about a certain industry, but they want to move up in their career. So we will help you with that. Identify the gaps. We will help you create a strong branding package so that you are communicating effectively, that you have the chops to get what they are looking for done. And the last is a calling. And there are people that have decided that they've already been the shooting star in their careers and they're looking for something with more meaning. And that is an exciting space to be. And we help those people as well. We help them determine what it is that they have as strengths, as gifts, and tie that into what it is that they want to give back to their communities.
So can you repeat what those 3 areas are?
We want to know, is this a job you're looking for, a career, or a calling?
Well, one of the things we do is if you are in one career and you would like to go to something different, or even if you want to go in your current career path, in the current job path, we help you discover what we call transferable skills. Because if you're going to go from, let's say, the food industry to the construction industry, there's lots of skills that you use in the first one that you can bring over. We help you identify those so that you can communicate those effectively. And again, hear those words, you're hired.
We want to hear those words. So it's important to understand where you have value currently and where you want to go. Assess that gap, and then also know what the industries are that are coming up in the area, such as healthcare or IT, and know what companies are coming to town. Know what technologies or what industries are expanding. And then we need to identify what you're looking for and help you create a targeted list of companies that you are planning to apply to. It helps you organize your job search.
It helps you feel more confident if you know who you're looking for as a company to be able to go after those or a particular industry. We help you with those transferable skills. We help you target the companies, target industries. We help you set goals. One of the things we do is we walk with you through each step of the process. We had a guy named Michael who came through the process, and we helped him find a job, a temporary job. And we talked to him, it was paid networking. Rather than just networking for free, he was going to do that. We helped him then find a permanent job that paid the bills. And then we worked with him when he came back to us to find his passion and his career. And now he's working in that passion and career. And that's what we'd like to help you do as well.
And we like you to think about those things that you really enjoy doing. And that's what we call about being in flow. It's understanding what those things are where you lose all track of time and space and where you are able to do things naturally without thinking about it. Those are the things that we want you to be doing in your next opportunity. And we help you uncover those and repackage those.
It's encouraging in the way that I understand that I'm not the only one looking for a job. And it kind of puts me into a larger perspective, which is comforting. But it's also encouraging. I mean, before job one, I felt like I was kind of off in left field, understanding how to look for a job, a good job. And I find that the level of positions that I would be aiming for through job one would be a lot higher than elsewhere.
And it was great because it got me out of this rut. I was just extremely depressed. I felt like I'm getting nowhere with everything. You know, we're out of money. I'm just stuck. And it was great because it gave me a lot of guidance, but also just being able to talk with people and to, share problems and also encourage each other. That really helped me.
When you lose a job, a lot of it feels like you're losing your identity. You've been with a family, a work family, for the last several years, and it can feel like when you leave that position that you're a lost boat out to sea. And with that comes depression. and feeling disconnected and not understanding where you fit in all of this. But by coming to a place like Job One, you learn how to be a part of another community, and another community of professionals that have the same challenges and experiences that you're feeling. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts.
Because when you walk in that door, you're just like everybody else there. There's no shame, no guilt. We're all looking for jobs. So there, you walk in with a happy face. The other thing, how many of you like, as I said earlier, writing that resume or applying online or playing games? I didn't say that, and I never have done that on your computer rather than actually doing job applications. This program gets you out of that, you need to do some of that, but we get you out of that and bring you into this community, which is really helpful. And again, I've walked in not in the best of moods sometimes when I was looking for a job, but I never walked out without a big smile on my face. It really picks you up.
It does. And it helps to be with other people who are facing those same challenges, like maybe the idea of losing your home, or maybe that you are getting pressure from somebody that is part of your family or your network of why you haven't found a job and what are you doing about it. And this is a safe place for you to come and be together with other people that are feeling that same thing. And we talk about lots of great topics that will help you build up your confidence and help you feel like you are making forward movement on your job search.
As a professional in the field, let me ask you a question. How many get jobs through networking versus all other methods?
A lot. And I'd have to say about 80% of people find their jobs through networking. And that's not sitting behind a computer and sending things off to the black hole. That is by getting out there and meeting people.
And one of the ways to do that, again, is to come to Job One. And just because you're not working and neither of the others there, we've lost all contacts. It's a great place to network. We have always helped each other find jobs and know about opportunities. And that's been one of the most special parts of it. Sometimes we think we have all the answers, but that's not true. The people in the audience have great answers as well.
And that's what I love about what happens at Job One, is that people feed off each other and they feel safe asking questions that they wouldn't be able to get the answers to. Like, should I put that job on my resume that didn't really work out and I was only there a couple of months? Is that really something that I need to showcase? There are many situations that people seem to find community and understanding with the groups when they come to our program.
Because we're all struggling with the same issues. And so we can commiserate together, and a lot of getting happy is simply getting the negative out on the table so you can look at it and talk about it. And you feel like, in fact, Aaron, who did one of the videos for us, he sat in his car for 10 to 15 minutes the first day he came, trying to decide if he was going to come in or not. And he came in, and he got a job about 4 or 5 years ago. That job has now ended, so he's back, and he walks in with a smile on his face, and now is a volunteer with the program. So it is a place that cheers you up, gives you energy, and to start your week. Again, we meet on Monday mornings to get you started, and that's part why we started it on Monday morning, is that it gets you out of bed and kickstart your week.
Kickstarts your week. And we have a lot of people that come in from the community that want to help people at Job One, professionals that come in and offer workshops. And these are directors and leaders of the community, entrepreneurs, people that have worked out of the country, worked internationally, and they have lots of great advice and resources, and they want to help you, and they want to give back because they know what it's like to be unemployed.
A couple of those are recruiters for a couple of small little companies that you probably never heard of, Intel and Vision Services, VSP. And they come in and help and talk to you about from the hiring side of stuff. The state is the largest employer in the state. And so, again, having Kathy is one of the most important parts of what we do.
And the beautiful thing about this is that the people that come through our program get jobs and they come back and they tell us about the jobs at their companies. And they know how it feels to be a job seeker. And so they come back wanting to help and to bring encouragement and to share how this program has helped them.
In fact, we had a person this morning who just got a job come back and share that with us, and we love those successes.
It's definitely more than career coaching. It really is talking about vocation, what God has called you to do, and to not look at what you do between the hours of 8 to 5 as your job or your job, but to actually use it as a way of glorifying God. And I found that very, very helpful.
I think what is a requirement is that you come here with an open heart and an open mind and be ready to learn and to get feedback and come together. We're kind of all in this together in such a way.
David, as a pastor, do you find that people find renewed energy from this process?
As I said earlier, all of us who've lost a job walk through that front door discouraged and sad and feel a little guilt for not having a job, and what they walk away from, and you saw it in the videos and you see it when you come there, nobody leaves depressed. They all come with a sad face and they leave with a happy face, and that's one of the things that we put into the program when we originally started it. We not only wanted to provide the skills to get you a job, but your attitude is key to getting the job as well, and keeping your hopes up and keep pressing forward till you do all the things that are right. One of the things we also do is we invite everyone to be part of Job One. As you said earlier, it can be students, it can be people who've worked for 30 years or been out of work for 5 or 10 years of taking care of children or doing whatever. We've had people from every religion. We've had people who had no religion. In fact, when we started the program, a third was from Bayside, a third was from other churches, and a third was from people who didn't have any church affiliation at all. So we want everybody to come, and just as we've done it in the past, we'd love to have you come, and we'll help you as well.
We'd love to have you. And we offer a range of classes, anything from surviving loss, dealing with grief, finding hope in your job search. We have classes on how to manage your job prep and your job search strategy. We have classes on resumes and cover letters and interviewing and how to prepare for an interview, how to have a mock interview.
Does that mean I mock you when you have a mock interview?
No, but that would be a realistic situation we'd set up where somebody would interview you as if you were an employer, and you have the practice of going through that process.
Again, I would like to cover, if I may, as a pastor, providing the hope, because that's one of the most important things that I see.
Yeah.
We want to have you come. If you are religious and you want to have prayer, we do that at 8:45 with Fred, and you can go in and join him for that. We also do an uplifting part of the program at the beginning, where we read poems or we read a reading or we have a scriptural verse, and we found that people find that as helpful as well to provide them encouragement to get their next job and to hear the words, "You're hired." We want to provide hope and guidance to you. Again, we start at 9 o'clock. The guy who's producing this and is sitting behind a camera says 9 o'clock means 8:45.
Or you're late.
Or you're late. Thanks, Al. So come early, meet friends, network, grab a cup of coffee, sit and relax and get to know people there and network, because that's, again, it's the most important part of all of this, is making friends and networking with people, helping others get jobs, and they'll help you back in getting jobs. Our goal is and our mission is to help you get re-employed and get that next job, and we provide a positive atmosphere to do that. I'll get the words out.
Well, what I want to know, and I'm sure our viewers want to know, is how much does this program cost?
I was going to make a joke and say $100,000, and you know that's not. If you went out on the open market, how much would this cost you?
Well, it would cost $1,000 to several $1,000s for a program comparable to what we're offering.
And we charge a measly $30. One-time fee, gets you into everything that we do. It's a lifetime membership. And if you can't afford the $30, come on in. We have scholarships for people who can't afford that. So don't let the money keep you from coming. We want you there as part of the program. It is truly a community outreach program. So we want everybody who needs the program to come in and be helped.
Yeah.
So Job One really helped build me up and helped me to articulate what I want and what I'm good at.
I have absolutely recommended it to a number of people. It's because of the really professional instruction and mentoring and facilitating that we've had. People are really, the facilitators are excellent in their field.
I don't want anybody I know to be unemployed or go through what I've been through the past 18 months because it wasn't fun. But I absolutely would recommend this program. This is the most wonderful thing.
When you come on Monday morning, you can be successful like the other 1,600 people that we've helped get jobs. We'd love to have you come and join us.
And have you flip over a number to get us to that next one. So where are we located?
We're located at 8303 Sierra College Boulevard, Suite B140. It's a little hard sometimes to find the first time, but once you've been there once, it'll be easy. So you might want to come again at 8:30 or so you've got a few minutes to figure out where we are and where you're parking. 8303 Sierra College Boulevard, again, just north of Douglas Boulevard and Sierra College Boulevard.
And that's in Roseville. We look forward to meeting you.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for joining us today for Job One Career Coaching. Remember, we meet every Monday. That's not a holiday. Registration and networking begin at 8:30 a.m.